It is getting close. We've got about 7 minutes for the prenet announcement. Well, I got you, Chuck. Got a question. If such were out in the field, would you be interested in being able to operate HF by way of a desktop computer? In other words, say club put up a HF station, a decent antenna, something where you can get on the air. May not be a superstation, but at least a station, and connected into the internet, and then club members or prior arrangement or some kind of screening so it wouldn't be just wide open. Is that something that you would enjoy participating in, realizing you're probably in an apartment or where you can't easily put up an antenna? Is that something that would be kind of in your neighborhood, something that you would like to participate in? I'm just kind of touched in the water right now, Chuck. Over.
Well, not really. I'm, let's see, I'm, this is a secure assisted living facility here in West Coast Florida, and I don't get around real well. I mean, I'm not a walker, but Echolink is pretty much my speed right now, and over.
Okay, well, that's a good answer. I'm just curious. I see the net logger is up for the beacon net, so I'm going to hush and get out of the way and listen as things progress. Good to hear you. Enjoy the net, and we'll talk again. So WB4, WB4, I get confused. There's W's, WA's, K's. I've seen a lot come and go. Even before there was W's, there was 5s, just 5 AMK without a W, but that goes back a ways. NU5D, see ya.
W8WKY.
Oh, 73, thanks for contact. Anyways, I'm 75 as of the 10th, so slowing down a little bit, Anyways, very good. Maybe someday, but I doubt it. But anyways, take care, WB4 as
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
All right, there is my girl. Good evening and welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD80PC, and I will be your pre-net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8 WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 4496 and Echolink W8 WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. As I said, this is KD80PC with the BeaconNet pre-show, and before we start taking check-ins this evening, we're going to go up and we're going to do the Mickey Mouse roll call, talk to the net control team, make sure everybody's there. Then we'll take a few rounds of check-ins, and we'll go from there. So with that, let's go to the top here. Well, let's talk to Eric, KD8VZA, our net control for the evening, and log and whatever else is going on there. So, all right, let's go over to Eric, KD8VZA. This is KD80PC. How you doing there, Eric, and how am I sounding?
KD8EPC, KE8VZA here. You're sounding very good, Dustin. Hope everything's going well with you. Things are good here. And I got the net logger up and running. I have a trivia question, a main trivia question, ready to roll. And back to you, KE8VZA.
All right there, Eric. Well, sounding good, and good to have you out there, and we'll be looking for you again here at the top of the hour. But you're sounding good, and thanks for doing the logging, and thanks for having the trivia ready for the big show there. All right, I don't think Nick at Nite's there, so we're going to skip right over him, and we're going to go down to just Nick, KD8SLG. I see you over there trying to heckle me in the blue screen. How you doing, Nick?
KD80PC, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin. Well, this is an interesting change of pace for sure. I'm here, man. I'm going to try to stick around. I am, in fact, melting ice. I got to see the surgeon at the ungodly hour of 8 a.m. tomorrow. So down the farm is definitely not where I should be starting the day, but it's where I am. You sounded good, man. I understand you. KD8SLG, back to net control.
There, Nick. Well, this is definitely a change of pace and not where I'm used to being, but it's nice to be in this hot seat every now and again. But good to hear you. You keep melting ice, and good luck tomorrow there with the surgeon. We're going to say 73 to you for now, and that's going to bring me down to Mr. Lucy, W8HRF. Good evening. How you doing?
KD80PC, W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin, and everybody on the BeaconNet. Good to hear you. I'm going to be kind of around. I'm going to have the radio on, but I'm going to be focusing. I'm trying to get some work done tonight. But I'll be around, just kind of in the background. KD80PC, W8HRF.
All right there, Josh. I heard you'll be lurking there in the background. Good to hear you, my friend, and we'll keep you on the list. Let's go over to Miss Lucy now, K8YUK. Good evening. Take it away.
KD8EPC, KE8YUK. So far, the baby has not shown up, which is good and bad. Josh has stuff that he needs to get done before he comes, so that's good. But boy, am I tired. That being said, I think I'll probably lurk as well. I'll be working on some dollhouse stuff because I finally made it enough of a way through my chores that I feel like I can. So I'll probably be doing that before my life is totally dominated by another small dictator. But yeah, should be sticking around. I will pass it back to you, Dustin, and we'll catch you down the line. KE8YUK to KD8EPC.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Great to hear you, and we're certainly waiting to hear about when that baby comes. So we'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening for now, and Eric will be back to you in a little bit. All right, last but not least on the Mickey Mouse roll call, let's go see if Alan's here yet. KI5DAY all day long. How you doing there, Alan?
Kilo India 5 Delta Alpha Yankee. It's good to be here. I'm doing better than a meth head at a sheriff's convention, I can tell you that. Yeah, hanging out, having some adult beverage. I'm having my Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee made by veterans with some Italian creamer, and it's been a long weekend. I had a 3-day weekend. I had to do a lot of stuff, some mowing. Had to rip apart an old charcoal griller, and I had to put another one together, and then went to church today, and then I actually sang in the choir for the first time in forever, ever. I got roped into this adult choir thing. They needed tenors, so here I is. Yeah, all is good. I'm over here waiting to spill the beans on the all trivia. I think it's a pretty decent one tonight. And I really like my Cornwaldo answer tonight. KI5DAY, back to you.
W8WKY.
All right there, Alan. Well, great to hear you, and we're looking forward to hearing what the trivia is, and you keep Larry in line over there. Hi. Good to hear you, Alan, and we'll be back to here for alternate trivia in a little bit. All right, we're through the Mickey Mouse roll call. We're going to get through the list of check-ins here, but we're going to take some check-ins, but I'm going to tell you who I've got first. We had WB4AIZ, Chuck was in and out, KC0LRM Kelly. I have K5CFY, Mr. Ray, in the 10th spot, as customary. NU5D Steve was in and out. We have KF8G Brian. We have KEQFT Uncle Fred. W3ETB Eddie. We have AB8MO Andy. And we have KI5TAQ Taco Tim. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm looking for check-ins. Please say or call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, and the revolving door, 7-3.
88, Jeff in New Franklin.
Please copy November 7, Victor Alpha November, N7 VAN, Brian, in and out, 73.
Kilo Alpha 8, Mike, November Tango, Tom in Canton, and I'll be in and out this evening.
Three, Quebec, November, Delta, Jeannie. I'll be in and out tonight, Dustin. Thank you.
Whiskey, Victor, 3 Kilo, WV3K, on Canal Fulton. I'm going to be in with just a check-in, and I'm going to have no traffic. It is sweltering, air conditioner is down, and it's been a tough one here for a couple of days without it. So with that, back to net control, pre-net control. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, back to KD8EPC. Hey, Dustin.
All right, let me hold it up right there and tell you who I picked up. All right, I have KD2HCE. Chris was in and out, 73 there. I had a station from New Franklin. You guys doubled and I missed you, so I'll have to get back to you in just a second. I had N7VAN, Brian. I had K8MNT. Tom was in and out. Tom, good to hear you. I have KC3QND, Miss Jeannie, in and out. And I had WV3K, Phil, checking in and out. And Phil, send me a text if you need an HVAC guy. I can have one there tonight or tomorrow morning. One of my good friends is one, so let me know for sure. I don't want you to suffer in the heat there. All right, let's go up here real quick and get that New Franklin station. Station from New Franklin, go ahead and come back with your call, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Alpha, Jeff in New Franklin, KF8 DTA.
All right, very good there, Jeff. KF8 DTA, we got you now. Thanks for coming back and being patient with me. Let's make another call for check-ins. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net pre-show. We're looking for some check-ins. Please call now.
Nite.
Now, Dustin, KC8. FQV, Mark North, that's KC8FQV.
5JB, Alpha Foxtrot 5 Juliet Bravo, Matt and Dulcie, short time.
All right, let me hold it up right there, make sure I've got it. Perfect. I had two right at the beginning there. I had a K4OG Mark, I heard, and I think it may have been NT8D, but I'm not 100% sure because they both doubled, but I know for sure I heard OG, so K4OG. I have a KC8FQV Northern Mark. I have AF5JB Matt, and who else did I miss there?
Yankee Mike Yankee, Waynesburg. I'll be in and out.
Yankee Mike Yankee, would you come back one more time with your prefix? I missed it.
Yankee Mike Yankee.
Give it to me a couple of times, please. I'm not sure what's going on, but you keep getting clipped off, so maybe key for a couple of seconds first, because all I'm getting is Yankee Mike Yankee. I can hear you trying, but it keeps, like, clipping it off, so just key for a couple of seconds and do it one more time. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't got enough power to get up there. November 8, Yankee Mike Yankee John, Waynesburg.
No problem that time at all. I got you just fine. N8YMY. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it's the squelch on the repeater or what, but yeah, it just kept clipping you off right at the beginning, and all I was getting was Yankee Mike Yankee. So thanks, John, for clearing that up for me. I do appreciate it. All right, looks like we got quite the list here, so I'm going to go see who's going to stick around, but I have just one short time. I'm going to talk to him real quick. AF5GB, how you doing there, Matt?
I did very well. Good evening to you and everybody else out on the net. I'm doing all right. It's the clear skies out here, and currently 87 degrees with the sunset. And had a good weekend. Didn't do a whole lot. I did a route Saturday morning, and got that done, and then ate, showered, and took a power nap, went and did laundry, and then got in with that and went to Dave Buster's, played the Pac-Man Battle Royale. I played it. I also played a baseball game called a Cruise Blast. That was a cool baseball game, kind of similar to the Fast and Furious, and had a great time playing that. That's always a fun game. And then I went to Hard Rock, had a hamburger there. I didn't win nothing there, but still had a good time. Went home and played my own game there. Home games there at my arcade table. I played Bad Dudes, I played Outrun, and Miss Batman. Had me beer and I watched TV for a little bit, then went on to bed. My Saturday night, and then just kind of take it easy most day today, and get ready for it. Get ready for a whole new week tomorrow, so. Other than that, did all right. That's all I got. You guys have a good week out there, and a good week as well. City 3, thanks for having me on, and I'll catch y'all next time. And this is AFIJB Matt at City of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You guys stay cool out there. Thanks again. Back to control. Catch y'all next time.
All right, let's go back to the top, see who's going to stick around, and see who's not. Let's start with Kelly, KC0LRM. Good evening, Kelly. How you doing, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Oh, KD80PC, yes, I will be sticking around, and I guess you already answered my question when I asked Alan if Larry sang in the choir as well, but I guess he does not. Okay, all right, back to you, Dustin.
W8.
Good to hear you, Kelly, and Eric will be back to you here at the top of the hour. Let's go over to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. Evening, Ray. How you doing, and are you going to stick around for the big show? All right, I don't think that was Ray. Let's try one more time, K5CFY. Ray, are you out there, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
KDPC and NET, K5CFY. I don't know what that was, but anyway, yep, I'm going to be hanging around, kind of watching the basketball game, but we're going to hang around and listen to the net as well. Thanks for doing it there, Mr. Dustin. Kind of a different position for you, but you're doing a great job as usual, so we'll say 73 to you there. Have a fun net, K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Great to hear you. And yeah, we're not usually on the pre-show, but you got to get used to it because y'all get me tonight and next Sunday. Hi. Good to hear you, and we'll say 73 for now, and that's going to bring me on over here to Brian, KF8G. Evening, Brian. How you doing, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yeah, I'll stick around. You got a long list. KF8G.
All right there, Brian. Quick and efficient. I like it. 73, and Eric will catch you there at the top of the hour. Let's go on over to Uncle Fred, K8QFT. How are things on the north end of town, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Yep, everything's fine on this end of town. A little bit warm. My car thermometer said 99 at one point today. So I don't know how hot it really was. I imagine it was in that ballpark. Oh, that's it for now. Back to you, Dustin. Hello, everybody. KE8QFT back to Prenet.
All right there, Uncle Fred. Great to hear you. And I passed a thermometer earlier this afternoon at the corner of Foot Road and 18, and it said 101, and I believe it was every bit of that because I didn't have air conditioning in the truck, and that was brutal. So we'll say 73 to you for now. That's going to bring me over to Eddie, W3ETV. How you doing, Eddie? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Is that you, Dustin? Oh, wow, I thought I was imagining things. I was wondering if it was Wednesday night. Anyway, it's good to hear you and well, and glad you got me checked in, and I thought Eric was doing the check-in and the logging, but it's good to hear you, Dustin, and yeah, I'll be here. Be sticking around. W3TV, back to that.
All right there, Eddie. Well, great to hear you, and yeah, we're having a good time doing the pre-show there. So we'll say 73 p.m. We'll catch you on down the log, and Switzerland of snow and maple syrup. 88MO. Andy, how you doing? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KD80PC from 88MO Portable 1 in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I hope that my signal's okay. I was trying to get somebody to help me test my Allstar Node, but nobody has. So either you're copying me or I've got packet loss up the wazoo. And I don't know. Anyhow, actually, I think I will. I'm not going to be here for the pre-show. I got to go and say goodnight to the family. But I had a wonderful first day up here on Cape Cod, and it's actually, a little hum. I don't know why. I'll have to move my note around, see if I can fix that. Thanks, Eric. But great first day up here on Cape Cod, and it's hot up near Boston, but it's actually quite comfortable here with the ocean breezes. Back to you there, Dustin, KD8EPC. This is AB8 Portable 1.
All right there, Andy. We'll have yourself a good trip there, and Eric will look for you there during the big show. And I'll tell you what, if you can, if you remember, bring your friend here a postcard back. He collects them. So we'll say 73 to you there, and we'll catch you on down the log. And let's go on over here and talk to Taco Tim now, KI5TAQ. What's going on there, Tim? Take it away.
Well, I'm just sitting around, resting, relaxing. And I'm sticking around, and who knows, I may have third-party woof. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. We'll say 73 to you, and Eric will look for you again at the top of the hour. This is KD8EPC with the BeaconNet pre-show. Next on the list, let's go talk to Jeff, KF8DTA. How you doing there, Jeff? And you going to stick around for the big show?
This is KF8DTA, Jeff in New Franklin. Yep. I'm going to try to. Yep. I'll try to stick around. Getting a little heavy on the eyeballs here, but call me a little later. KF8DTA, back to net.
Okay, let's make sure I got it and try it again. N7VAN, Brian, are you still out there? All right, not sure what's going on there, but I think I may have heard him in and out anyway. Let's go on down here to K4OG in Middle Mark. How you doing there, Mark? What's going on?
KD8EPC, K4OG. I had to find the right mic, Dustin. Yeah, I'm sticking around. Finally built me an off-center fed dipole, and it works. I'll tell you the rest of the story when it's my turn. K4OG, back to prenet.
This one, but I'm pretty sure I did. NT8D, Dave, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. I may not have heard that one, I guess. Let's go down to Northern Mark, KC8SQE. Take it away.
All right, Kate. Yeah, I got some KCFQVs here, and yeah, it was a warm one today, and we were swimming for a couple hours today. I was over at my brother's, and we had dinner, and then we came home. But everything else is going good. So I'll be around for the main show. So I'll send it back to next roll. Yeah, in a week's time, we'll be talking about field day. So I'll send it back to net, K7QB.
W8WKY.
All right there, Mark. Well, good to hear you, and we'll look for you again at the top of the hour there. Let's see. I think John may have been in and out, but we're going to try him anyway. N8YMY. Good evening, John. How are you? Are you going to stick around for the big show?
No, Dustin. I think I'm going to get out of here tonight. I got to get up early. We picked up a new toy tonight. We picked up an old Kenwood 940. We were playing a little earlier there, and starting to get a little sleepy-eyed. So everybody have a good night and have a good net. And we definitely will catch you on the next one. And Waynesburg. Hopefully I made Peter and you understood what I said. We'll be clear. 7-3.
All right there, John. I heard everything, and great to have you. And funny enough, I have one of those sitting 3 steps to the left of me. So there you go. We'll stay 73 T, and we'll catch you on down the log. John is the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net pre-show. I'm looking for some more check-ins. Please call now.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Julia Victor. Kilo 6 Kilo Julia Victor, Kevin in Valley Springs, California.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll take them one at a time, and that's a really good one, too. Rev Tev, K6KJV. Boy, I'm not usually here on a Sunday night to talk to you. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the Beacon Net Free Show, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Hello there, Mr. Dustin and everyone else on the pre-net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and not much is going on. Everything's going fine, and good to hear you out there on the radio. And yes, I am going to be sticking around for the big top. So, as Nick says, the clowns are already here, and I'm present and accounted for. So, back to you, and have a good net. K6KJV.
All right there, Kevin. Well, great to hear you out there, as always, my friend. And let's see, Eric will be looking for you here at the top of the hour. And great to hear you on a Sunday. So we'll say 73, and we'll catch you on down the log. I've got a couple of minutes left here. Plenty of empty lines to fill. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net pre-show. I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo, KE8, ZZR, Harry and Wadsworth.
All right, K8ZZR, good evening to you, Harry. How you doing? And I saw some pictures from your recent camping trip. Looked pretty cool. You going to stick around for the big show?
Hey, good evening, Dustin. No, I'm going to just get my ticket punched here. I'm kind of tired. We 10 days down there at Indian Lake, and got everything unpacked here, so I'm going to call it an early night, but I just wanted to jump in here and say hello to everybody. So this is KE8ZZR Claire.
All right there, Harry. Get some rest, cool off, drink plenty of water, and we'll say 73 and catch you on down the log. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. All right, it's almost that time, but I can probably squeeze 1 or 2 more check-ins here, so station's waiting to check in for the Beacon Net. Please call now.
Yeah, work.
Well, I heard somebody trying to check in there. There was an awful lot of packet loss. I couldn't understand anything you said there. You want to try that one more time? I'm sorry, their station, I just can't quite pull you out there. There's just too much packet loss. We're going to take some check-ins again here in just a minute, so if you stand by, we'll try you again there. But with that, my time is up here, so I'm looking for K8VZA. Eric, are you ready to take the helm?
KE8EPC, KE8VZA here, ready to roll, Dustin. Thanks a lot for doing such a fine job on the pre-show. And we'll go ahead and kick off the net. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha, KE8VZA. My personal is Eric Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I am your net control operator tonight for the Beacon Net, lighting up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. with pre-checks at 9:30. And we are on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8 hertz. And we are in Doylestown, Ohio. That's where the repeater is. And you can connect to us via Allstar Node number 48496 or Echolink. Look for W8WKY-R. Let me take a break for time real quick. I'll be right back. KE8VZA returning. Just a reminder, this is a controlled net. I ask that all traffic come through net control. Yours truly. And urgent or emergency traffic, please break in at any time. At this point, I'll take a break. For any urgent or emergency traffic, please call now. Very well. KE8VZA returning with the Beacon Net. Let's see. Just a friendly reminder that our repeater is linked to several other repeaters via Allstar. And please, when you key your PTT, you key your mic, give it a sec before you start talking. And then likewise on the tail end, give it a sec before you key so that we can hear everything you say. And then after the previous station transmits, please give it a sec before you key up your mic if it's your turn or whoever's turn it is. That way everyone can hear everything everyone has to say. I'm kind of confusing myself a little bit. Anyway, you get the idea. All right, let's see. Dustin did a fine job on the pre-show, as I mentioned. Let's put a call out for any more check-ins that maybe missed their opportunity during the pre-show. I'm KE8VZA with the Beacon Net. Please give me a call.
This is Kilo India 4, Quebec, Foxtrot, Lima, Frank, in Northern Kentucky.
This is KF8 DJY in Williamstown, West Virginia. I'm receiving you but couldn't transmit far enough, so I joined on Echolink just to check in.
This is Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Quebec, Philip in River Styx, Ohio.
Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8LYJ, Bob in Barberton. All right, I'll pick it up there. KE8VZA returning. We got 4 more stations there. KI4QFL Frank, KF8DJY Michael, KE8YUQ Philip, and KA8LYJ Bob. Any other stations? We start from the top of the list. Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, hearing nothing. Let's go up to the top of the list and talk to Kelly, KC0LRM. But before we do that, let me tell you what the main trivia question is, and then we'll also talk to Alan for the alt trivia. That might be helpful, right? Okay, give me a second. I'll pull it up here. I'll be right back. KEABZA returning with the main trivia question. Okay, here we go. So we have field day next weekend, and I thought a field day oriented question would be pretty cool. So here we go. What year was the first ARRL field day in the United States? Your choices are Alpha, 1923, Bravo, 1933, Charlie, 1940, Delta, 1947. Let me take a break and I'll read it again. All right, KE8DZA returning with main trivia. What year was the first ARRL field day in the United States? Your choices are Alpha, 1923, Bravo, 1933, Charlie, 1940, or Delta, 1947. I'll put this in the blue screen when I get a minute, and let's go down to Alan for alt trivia. KI5DAY. What's our alt trivia for tonight?
Kilo India 5 Delta Alpha Yankee, and yes, as we always say, please don't Google the answers. It is trivia, and it's just for fun, so just guess. And also, what was I going to say? Oh, there was something else wonderful and brilliant in my head, and it just went away, so that happens. Larry distracted me, my rubber chicken. Tonight's alternate trivia. Okay. Keep in mind, my questions always are loaded, and sometimes they can throw you for a loop. So here we go. Let me let this drop, and I'll read it. Okay. When David slew Goliath, it is said that he used a sling. What was the type of the sling that David used? Was it A, shepherd's sling, B, a Balearic sling, C, a staff sling, or D, a Cornwaldo bean flip? KI5DAY, this will be posted in the blue screen. Back to net.
All right, Alan. Sounds like Larry was running off to type that in. So there you have it. We have our main trivia and our alt trivia. Main trivia is in the blue screen already. Alt trivia, there it is. It just popped up. So there you have it. So let's go down to our first station in the list, KC0LRM. Kelly. How you doing tonight, Kelly? And what do you think the trivia answers might be?
Okay, ABZA. Hey, thanks for giving there, Eric. Let me think here. I think on the first one, I'm going to go with B because I really don't know. And for the second alternate, I'm going to have to go with D because I think that's what Larry would want me to say. So everybody have a good evening out there. Back to you.
All right, Kelly, got you down here for Bravo and Delta for the answers. And, yeah, Alan's got a good one there. I have no idea on that one either. I'm going to have to think about that. Well, good to hear from you tonight, Kelly. And we'll clear with KC0LRM. And let's go down to K5CFY, Ray. How you doing, Ray? And what do you think the answers to the trivia questions are tonight?
KE8 VZA. This is K5CFY. Good evening to you there, Eric. Doing a wonderful job as usual, and wave a hand there at the guy on the keyboard there. He's also doing a pretty good job, so anyway, you need to keep him around. I'm going to go with barometer and beacon. Barometer and beacon. Well, have a great net there, and 73, y'all. K5, CFY.
All right, Ray. Well, hey, yeah, I think that guy operating the keyboard deserves a few more zeros added to his paycheck. Hi. There you go. Thanks for the compliment, Ray. Appreciate it. Good to hear you tonight, as usual. Got you down for barometer and beacon. Very good, very good. We'll clear with K5CFY 73, Ray, and let's go down to KF8G, Brian. How are you tonight, Brian? And what are your trivia answers?
Oh, I think I'll go with my usual answer of 42. Oh, man, I almost nodded off. Because Friday, I had to drop a package off near Toledo, so I picked up Dell, and we went train spotting. And yesterday was a car show at the Amish store, and today was a car rally clear up in Ashtabula. But despite the heat, we enjoyed a top-down day, so that was a lot of fun. We didn't place in the rally, but I don't care. We went up just to have fun. And I tell you what, I was really close to nodding off. Not surprised. I just heard my call sign. I think if you called me 30 seconds later, I'd have been out like a light. So with that, I'll turn it back to Ned. KF8G.
All right, Brian, sounds cool. Rally, top-down time, a lot of fun, up in Ashtabula, as Dan Rather called it one time, at least once that I heard. Anyway, good to hear you, Brian. Got you down to, okay, we'll clear with KF8G. Let's go down to Fred, KE8QFT. How you doing, Fred? Good seeing you at the meeting Thursday. And what do you have for trivia answers tonight?
Well, thanks, Nick. Hello, everybody out there. I believe it's Nick. Is it Nick or Eric? Oh, man.
Hey, Fred, it is Eric, KE8DZA. Over to you, Fred.
Oh, darn. You do a good imitation of Nick. Actually. Oh, well. Sorry about that. In any event, the trivia, I'm going to say your main trivia was Delta, and the alternate would be Bravo. Man, what a day I had. I went to church this morning, and no, it didn't fall in. They didn't have to call in a heavy rescue to get the roof off of us. I went to church, I went bowling, then I went to Bluegrass this evening, and now I'm on the radio, so quite a full day for a man my age. I hope everyone had a good weekend and is enjoying the warmer weather. KE8QFT, back to net control.
Good. Bluegrass sounds pretty cool. Got you down Delta, Bravo for the trivia answers. And yeah, I'm enjoying the warmer weather too. Today was a pretty hot one though. Pretty hot, like 95 here at the QTH. I know they said 93 at Hopkins. We had 95 here. And I'm not complaining though, because it's not 10 degrees and like a foot of snow and plus outside. So I'll take it. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, Fred. We'll clear with KE8QFT. And let's go down to Eddie over in Maryland, W3ETB. How are you tonight, Eddie? And what do you have for the trivia tonight?
W8WKY.
No, Fred. Nick, you do a very good job of imitating Eric. We are so confused. Anyway, it's good to hear you do it, Eric. And it's great even to hear you as a net controller there, instead of the logger. Actually, you do a well job on the pre-show as well. So, I better not talk too long. Otherwise, Alan is going to scold me in the blue screen here. So, anyway, we got a lot of people to get to. As far as the main trivia question goes, I'm going to go with D on that one. I'll go with D for the main one. I think 1947 was a time that people actually just, they got over the war was over, and the people were getting back to doing ham radio because they couldn't do it before. While the war was going on, the only ones that could really do ham radio during the war were the wind talkers. They could do ham radio. And it's a shame that we didn't get a chance to be able to make communications with some of them as well. Anyway, I'm rambling on, and I know Alan's going to say something. So, let's go with D for the main. And as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to go with D for the alternate trivia question. Alan, just for you. Anyway, W3ATB, back to net. If I fall asleep, good night, everyone. 73.
All right, Eddie, very good. Got you down for Delta and Delta for the trivia questions. Good to hear you tonight. And we'll clear with W3ETB, 73, Eddie. And let's go down to Andy, AB8MO, operating on his node from Cape Cod, I think he said. How you doing tonight, Andy? And what do you think the trivia answers are tonight? AB8MO, KE8BZ. Out there, Andy.
Yeah. KE8VZA from AB8MO. I just got back in from a family. Well, we're planning our week here, so I just got back into my bedroom here. Hopefully the buzz is gone. I moved the node around a little bit. I tried to move some wires away, so hopefully that's a little better. So I guess I'll have to just give my messages here on the blue screen, or my answers on the blue screen, because I did not hear them. I just literally got back into the room, but good to hear you in the hot seat there, Eric. Welcome to Net Control for the Beacon Net. I did it a few times. I did the HF Net when they had one. I think I maybe had 2 substitutes the whole year that I had it. I did it every single week on Friday night. So just finished up our first full day here at Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We're actually staying at a town called South Dennis, which is called the Mid-Cape. And we're only like 2 or 3 miles from the house that my grandparents used to own up here. They actually had a house built up here in Dennis, Massachusetts. So we're pretty familiar with the road system up here. And it's really cool to watch. Went to go to West Dennis Beach tonight and watching my nieces play in the sand with the tide coming in, and doing the same thing I did when I was a kid, which was a long time ago. But it was fun watching it. So got a full day tomorrow. Going to go bike riding on the Cape Cod Rail Trail, and trying to figure out what we're gonna probably hit the beach somewhere, because it's supposed to be in the middle 80s up here, which will actually be probably one of the warmest days at about 85 up here. And towards the end of the week, it's barely supposed to hit 70. So we may not want to go swimming when it's that cold. But they're cooking inland. Go off the Cape, they're into the 90s. So we're definitely getting a moderating effect from the ocean. So that's all I got from Cape Cod, and we'll try to catch you guys on Wednesday. KEAVZA from ABNMO, Portable 1.
All right, very good to hear from you, Andy. Enjoy your time up there in Cape Cod. Yeah, we hit the mid-90s over here in Northeast Ohio today, most places that I know of, and yeah, it's toasty. So enjoy your time up there. That's cool about your grandparents' house. I went to a family reunion on my wife's side of the family about 25 years ago in New Hampshire, which was pretty cool. Part of the country I'd never seen before. Very cool. I know it's not Massachusetts, but it's closer than Ohio. Anyway, Alan and I refreshed the trivia questions in the blue screen, so you won't have to scroll that far up, and I'll keep an eye out for your answers there. Enjoy your time up there, Andy, and 7-3. Next, let's go down to Taco Tim. KI5TAQ. How are things down in Baofeng, Oklahoma tonight? And what do you think the trivia answers are?
Oh, good afternoon, or I should say good evening there, guys. This is KI5TAQ. It is hot here in Oklahoma, especially here in Baofeng. I think they got one too many radios going at the same time. But as far as trivia questions, I think I'm going to go main question as Charlie, and then the alternate question as Alpha. And that's what I'm going to, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And with that, I'll be like Alan, try to, shall we say, make with the cool stuff come tomorrow and the rest of the week. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Tim. Yeah, maybe Baofeng's testing that new handheld, the new 100 water that will melt your pocket. Anyway, good to hear you. Good to hear you tonight. Got you down for Charlie and Alpha on the trivia questions. And we'll clear with KI5TAQ, and I just want to re-identify. I am KE8VZA with the Beacon Net tonight on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, which is a little west of Akron and a little south of Cleveland, if you can picture that. Anyway, let's go down to our next station here, which is KF8DTA, Jeff over in New Franklin. How you doing tonight, Jeff? And what do you think the trivia answers are?
Hello, everyone on the net. Hello. I am thinking for trivia answers would be C and B. Charlie and Bravo. I don't really have anything for the net. Thank you for picking up my call and being there and doing everything you do. KF8 DTA, back to net control.
All right, Jeff, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. And just a little side note, at our multi-club POTA on the, I think it was May 31st, I was operating with the North Club up in the Tinkers Creek Park, and then I drove down to be with Sarah for a bit, and on the way there, I went through New Franklin, and I went, oh, so that's where this place is. Anyway, so thanks for joining us tonight. I got you down for Charlie and Bravo for trivia, 73, Jeff. All right, we'll clear with KF8DTA, and let's go down to the original gangsta who's making lunches for the week, K4OG. How you doing, Mark? What do you think the trivia answers are? And tell us a little bit about that off-center fed dipole. I want to build one.
W8WKY.
KE8VZA, K4OG. Good evening, Eric and everybody on the Beacon Net. Yeah, I just finished making my ham and cheese. Now I was making and I made my little vegetable dishes with homemade dip, broccoli and carrots, same thing. I'm working on my little breakfast parfaits, banana, yogurt, and granola. Anyway, Taco Tim, man, he had the finest Charlie. I've heard that in a while, man. That's a good job, Taco Tim. I like it. Let me get my answers out of the way, and then I'll tell you about the opposite to that dipole. I'm going to go with Bravo. No, wait a minute. Yeah, is that the right question? Delta for the first one. And Alpha for the second alternate. I know Alan was trying to give us a hint, but I don't know. I think a shepherd hook. Anyway, yeah. I got rid of the random wire because I bought a matching amp and tuner, and the tuner said, don't hook it to a long wire. Well, there goes that. And I wanted to put in a something. I was going to go cheap and do a 40-meter dipole, and I just couldn't stand being limited. It may have tuned to 20. So I thunk, and, well, I said, I'll just run 90 feet of wire over one way and 45 feet of wire over the other way and take up a little bit of slack. And then I ran to DX Engineering and got a 4-to-1 balun and lickety-split, got back here, analyzed it, it tuned up, turned the radio on. There was signals all over the place. I was so happy. Man, I did this in 95-degree heat with 110 index, so I think not only should you build antennas in the freezing, ice-cold rain, I think, if you build them in the dead of summer and the hottest days, feels like you're on Hades, you'll have pretty good luck there, too. K4OG, back to net.
All right, Mark. Very interesting indeed. It's good to know that there's another extreme weather condition that works well for antenna building and antenna erecting. I love it. Extreme heat, extreme humidity, extreme antenna building. Well, I am very happy to hear that your off-center fed dipole worked well. I remember at the Sarah picnic this past August, Mike, and I can't remember all of his call sign. I believe it's 4 digits, N8, and there might be a Z and or an X in there. He had one set up, and he was demonstrating it, and I talked to him a little bit about it, and I want to build one too. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's the next antenna on the list. Anyway, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Good luck with lunch packing for the week. And we'll clear with K4OG. I got you down for Delta and Alpha on the trivia. So 73 Mark. Let's go down to, that was middle Mark. Now we're going to go down to northern Mark. KC8SQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what do you have for the trivia answers tonight?
Okay, CFQV. We're going to get rid of that a little bit. But I want to say BA, Bachelor of Arts. So BA, a Bachelor of Arts degree. So that's what I'm going to say. Yeah, it was a pretty hot day today. So I went swimming today. For a while we were swimming, and then went my brother, we were swimming there, and then we ate. But yeah, I'm going to say BA. So I'll send it back to now. I'm coming through Newberry. So hopefully it worked out. It sounds like it did. Yeah, so back it comes. But the answer's a Bachelor of Science, BA, KSFQV.
All right, Mark, very good. I got you down for Bravo and Alpha, Bachelor of Arts degree for your trivia answers. Glad you got some swimming time in today. I did as well, out with the fam in the famous Plywood Pond, and it was a good time. Anyway, thanks for checking in tonight, Mark. Good to hear you. We're clear with KC8FQV, and let's see who's next on our list here. We'll go down to Kevin, of course, RevKev, K6KJV, who's been carefully considering his trivia answers tonight. How are you, Kevin? And what might your trivia answers be?
Mr. Eric. Had to take and double check on that one, Mr. Eric. And I already said hello to Mr. Dustin. Gotta say hello to Mr. Allen, Rubber Chicken Wrangler, and of course, Larry, the Rubber Chicken. And the rest of the crew there. Oh, let's see. My answers, what am I going to say? Well, everybody knows. Double D's, Delta and Delta. Great questions, especially the last one there. That just shows you no matter how small you are, if you got God on your side, you're not going to get defeated. And I'll just let it be at that. So with that, I'll say God bless on 73 to each and every one of all y'all, your families and friends, and turn the mic back over there to Mr. Eric. Take it away.
All right there, Kevin. Yeah, we're mixing things up here on the Beacon Net just to keep everyone on their toes. But anyway, got you down for double D's for your trivia answers. And I know you put a lot of work into those answers, and we really appreciate it. And your support for the Cornwaldo clan has not gone unnoticed. Anyway, good to hear you tonight, Kevin. 73 to you. And let's see, next on our list here is Frank, KI4QFL. How you doing tonight, Frank? And what do you have for the trivia answers tonight?
Good evening to everyone on the Beacon Net. I didn't even know this net existed until I happened to be scrolling around YouTube looking for a couple of how-to videos, and you mysteriously popped up on my feed, so I thought I would check this out. So far, I think this is a rather cool and neat little net, and everybody's pretty neat. As for the answers, I'm going to go with, if I remember right, B was 1933 for the first one. And as for the second one, I'm just going to throw a guess out there because I know absolutely nothing about that. So we're just going to say D on that one. Thank you for letting me join in to the net tonight. And I think I'm going ahead and make this a every Sunday event. This is KI4QFL, back to net.
Very good, Frank. Well, we appreciate you checking into the Beacon Net tonight, and we're also here on Wednesday nights. Same repeater, same time, same Allstar Node 48496 or Echolink W8WKY-org. Either way gets you in, and so the net starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, and pre-checks at 9:30 both nights. Might be different people operating, but still a good time. So come on back anytime. And 7-3, Frank, I got you down for Bravo and Delta for the trivia. We'll clear with KI4QFL. I am KE8BZA with the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390 megahertz in Doylestown, Ohio. And we're going through our list of check-ins. And next is KF8DJY. Michael, how are you tonight, Michael? And what do you think the trivia answers are?
Thank you, Net Control. This is Mike. I'm down in Williamstown, West Virginia. This is the third time that I've heard your 390 broadcast, and each time it's confused me because our local repeater less than 10 miles away is 390 in Parkersburg, West Virginia. But I didn't recognize your voice, and then I realized this is the trivia guys up in PA and Ohio, but you're coming through really, really clear. But I couldn't reach out, and I'm like, I've got to join this. So I've joined on Echolink. I finally figured out that it wasn't the K3 PSP that I needed to join, and that helped. So for tonight, the trivia questions, I'm going to say, I wanted to say A because it would be cool if they had one right before they actually formed, but I'm going to say it's Bravo. And then for the other one with David, I don't think I know the answer, but I know that there is a type like C, so I'm going to say Bravo and Charlie, which I guess since that's before Christ, that would work. So with that, I'll go back to you, Net Control, KF8, DJY.
Very good, Mike. Got you down for Bravo and Charlie there. And yeah, I looked at propagation, VHF propagation, 4 or 5 days ago, and there was a nice lobe extending from us down your way, and that might be why you're hearing us. If that propagation is still, that pattern still exists in that form, which it sounds like it does. Well, I'm glad you joined us tonight. And like I was telling Frank, we're here every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, pre-checks at 9:30, so come on down. And 7-3 to you, got you. I think I told you I got you down for Bravo and Charlie. So we'll clear with KF8DJY over in West Virginia, and let's go down to KE8YUQ. Philip, how you doing tonight, Phil? And what do you have for the trivia answers tonight?
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform, Quebec. My answers will be 1933 in Shepherd. And my wife thinks I'm crazy. We went and put up an ornamental fence and drove the pilings down and everything on the hottest day of the year. So that's about all that's happening here. Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform, Quebec. Back to you.
All right, Phil. Well, there you have it. Not only is extreme heat and extreme humidity good for antenna building, but it's also good for fence building, which there's some similarities there. I can see that. Good to hear you tonight, Phil. I got you down for Bravo and Alpha for trivia, and we'll clear with KE8YUQ. Good to hear you, 7-3. And let's go down to Bob, KA8LYJ. How you doing tonight, Bob? What do you think the trivia answers are, and what else do you have for the Beacon Net tonight? It was good to see you at the meeting, by the way.
KDAVZA, this is KA8LYJ. Yeah, well, it's always good to be seen. Not much going on. Went to church and stayed in the air conditioning, and found out that the air conditioning they gave me may be energy efficient, but has a little trouble coping when it gets up into the mid to high 90s. The inside of my house is cooler than the outside, but that doesn't mean it's cool, if you know what I mean. As far as the trivia, Bravo Alpha. That's about it. This is KA8LYJ. I'll give it back to you.
All right, Bob. Very good. Got you down for Bravo and Alpha on the trivia. And yes, we here at RQTH are enduring substandard air conditioning as well. It's a very old system and really needs to be replaced. And we got to pull the trigger on that sometime here soon. Anywho, that's a whole nother story. But good to hear you tonight, Bob. Bravo and Alpha for trivia. We'll clear with KA8LYJ. I am KE8VZA with the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater. We've made it through our list of check-ins, and we can take some more check-ins here. So if you would like to get on the list for the Beacon Net, please give me a call. KE8VZA. I'm listening.
November 8 Whiskey Bravo Mobile.
All right, let me pick it up there. KE8VZA returning. I copied N8WB, Stefan, and there may have been another station trying to get through. You were getting into the repeater, but I heard absolutely no audio. If you'd like to try again, please go ahead. KE8VZA returning. Station trying to get in. I still could hear no audio. Let me touch base with N8WB, and then I'll call for check-ins again. And if there's anything you can change about your operating conditions there that might help you, if you could try something in the meantime there. Let's go up to Stefan, N8WB. How you doing tonight, Stefan? Good to see you at the meeting Thursday. And did you happen to hear our trivia question?
K8VZA, November 8 Whiskey Bravo. I did not hear questions. Prolong it because the hour is getting late, but I'm going to say, just because I heard a couple people, I'm going to say Bravo Charlie. I'm taking a guess since I don't know the questions, but I'll just Charlie. Wonderful evening with Dr. Jack Nelson, from the owner of Compact Tenna. We get together about every 4 weeks or so. And tonight was the day we did that, so that was good. We have the field day coming up this week, and the social committee for Sarah has a nice dinner planned, of which I'm the social committee plus a few people with me, and that's going to be coming up. As far as air conditioning go, our air conditioner broke this week, and I was very blessed to get in touch with Frank Roman, KC8VKA, who's also a top-notch, not only a ham radio person, but a top-notch HVAC person. So he walked me through the steps, and it turned out that I blew both of the fuses outside in front of the air conditioner unit. The fuses behind the little box. So I went down to Home Depot, picked up a couple more slow-blow 40 amp fuses, and I turned off the breaker downstairs first, put the new fuses in, went downstairs, turned it back on, and voila! We were about 76 degrees the last 2 days, and now we are at about 73 when I left to go to Dr. Jack. So that should be really, really good. Took care of that. Very, very, very blessed to be able to have that done and have someone that I could call to talk about that. But I'm going to make this stupid comment because I loved it when I was growing up as a kid, and I'm sure that all of you know that BeaconNet is on that same time. There's my little thing to intro Batman and Robin show. So I'm going to send it back to you. I appreciate me. Everyone have a great evening and field day this coming weekend, because that's going to be great. K8V today, November 8 Whiskey Bravo.
All right, Stefan, very good to hear you tonight. Got you down for Bravo and out on a limb there, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, field day, looking forward to it. As a fellow member of the social committee, just let me know what I can do. I'll be there, and if you need me to do anything before that, please reach out to me, and we'll do it. Anyway, we'll clear with N8WB. Glad you got to meet with Dr. Jack tonight. And he checks into some of the NORSnets sometimes, and very nice gentleman. Anyway, 73, Stefan, we'll clear with N8WB. Oh, glad you got your AC fixed. Yes, Frank's a great guy. Former U.S. Navy machinist mate like myself. Different eras of service we had, but always a very interesting gentleman. We'll clear with N8WB, and that brings us to the end of the list again. And are there any other stations out there that would like to get on the list tonight for the BeaconNet? Please call now.
Whiskey 8 Lima Yankee Oscar, John.
All right, we'll take them one at a time. Here we go. Whiskey 8 Lima Yankee Oscar. John, how you doing tonight, John? Good to hear you. And did you happen to hear our trivia question?
W8LYO, yeah, I heard the trivia questions tonight, and I figured I'd better check in since it's your first net, and Dustin checked in, so I couldn't let him outdo me. But I'm going to pass on the first trivia question since I had done the presentation on field day for our club, and I'm going to go with Alpha for the alternate trivia. So doing a good job tonight, Eric, and this is W8LYO, back to KE8VZA.
All right, John, got you down for pass on the first question and Alpha for the second. I'm leaning toward Alpha myself. Good to hear you tonight. Thanks for checking in. Definitely appreciate it. And, yeah, once in a while they let me run the big show here. So I don't seem to have offended anybody just yet that I know of anyway. Definitely good to hear you tonight, John. We'll clear with W8LYO, and I'll make another call out here for any further check-ins before we get to the net control team. Anyone out there want to check in, give me a call, KE8VZA.
Kilo Oscar 4 Whiskey India Sierra Chris in Waco.
All right, copy Kilo Oscar 4 Whiskey India Sierra Chris in Waco. How you doing tonight, Chris? Did you hear our trivia questions? And what else do you have for the net?
I am going to go in and out with no traffic. Just good evening, everybody. And I'll go with Bravo and Alpha for the alternate.
Very good, Chris. Got you down for Bravo and Alpha. And thanks for checking in tonight. Good to hear you again. We'll clear with KO4WIS. Okay, let's go up and touch base with our net control team. And let's start with Dustin, KD8EPC. How you doing, Dustin? Thanks for doing the pre-show. And what do you have for the trivia? And what else do you have for the net tonight? KD8EPC, KE8VZA. Are you still out there, Dustin? Okay, I think he exited stage left a little while ago. So we'll clear with KD8EPC. Let's go down. I think KE8QKO is off. Well, I know he's off tonight, but I don't think he's out there. But we'll call for him. KE8QKO, Nick at Nite, are you out there? All right, as I thought, not there tonight. Let's see, let's go down to KD8SLG. How's it going there, Just Nick? Melting more ice, maybe melting it faster on a day like today. And what do you have for the trivia questions tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Thanks to whoever it was there on the 015 that keyed up. Do appreciate it. Good evening, Eric. And all the Beacon Edisons. So good to be here. I'm going to go with Delta and Delta tonight for my answers. You can never go wrong with the Cornwaldo bean, as Rev Kev likes to say. And I don't care so much about when the first field day was as I do about the next one. That's only 6 sleeps away. Did a bunch of stuff on the antennas yesterday. Glad to get it out of the way when it was only 80-something instead of 90-something. So that's a good thing. And that's all I got tonight. Yeah, Mountain Ice. I see the surgeon dark and early tomorrow morning. Going to find out what the EMG from earlier this week has to say. Looking forward to that. Everyone have a great night. 73 all y'all. Fine business, Eric. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
KE8VZA returning. All right, thanks there, Just Nick. Got you down for double D's. And your support for the Cornwaldo Bean Clan is also appreciated. And I hope your results of your test come out the way you want them to go. And we'll clear with KD8SLG. And I'm still looking for some good quality extra sweeps before field day, just to be sure my tank is full. Anyway, we'll clear with KD8SLG, 73 Just Nick, and let's go down and talk to Josh. Are you still out there, Josh? W8HRF. And what do you think the trivia answers are tonight?
KE8VZA, W8HRF. Good evening, Eric. Good evening to all the Beacon netizens. Let's see. For trivia, main trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo, 1933. And for alternate, I'm going to go with Alpha, so BA. Let's see, what am I doing? I am sitting here struggling. Trying to fix a programming problem, and it's not working. I'm trying to track down an issue that I've been having for the last 3 hours, so I don't know. That's about it. Going back to work tomorrow, and well, I guess I got a doctor appointment, so do that too. And besides that, just waiting around. So that's about it. Thanks for running the net, Eric, and we'll catch you later. KE8VZA, W8HRF 73 all.
Very good, Josh. Got you down for Bravo and Alpha. Good to hear you tonight. And good luck with the programming work there. I hope you figure it out. I'm sure you will. It was good seeing you at the meeting Thursday. And 7-3, we'll clear with W8HRF. And let's go down and see if Lucy's still around. KE8YUK. Have you been able to keep your eyelids open, Lucy?
KE8VZA, KE8YUK. Yes, I have. I have been working on some fake faucets for my fake sinks for my fake house. And, they're not perfect, but given that toddlers are probably going to be playing with this house, does it really matter? So I'm reining in my perfectionism and just getting it done, and it feels good to get it done, so that's what matters. Still no baby boy. My answers are going to be Bravo and Alpha. And good trivia questions. And I've lost track of how many sleeps it is till field day because I am very unlikely to be going. But at this rate, we'll see. Betty was inside most of the day today. She was helping me craft and do dishes, which is not helpful, but she thinks she is. And read some books. And we have one of those little type turtle sandboxes that I've turned into a pool because water serves me better than sand at this point in this temperature. So she's been playing with that, though she's still getting used to having clothes she's allowed to get wet in. I'm not totally convinced by that, but she had a good time. And otherwise we're just hanging out and waiting. I will pass it back to you, Eric. Great job. Glad you and Dustin took over and handled it so well, as always. And we'll catch you down the log. KE8YUK to KE8VZA. Wait. Yeah, KE8VZA. Not used to that for a big show. And God bless everybody.
All right, Lucy, good to hear you. Got you down for Bravo and Alpha. It was good to see you, Josh, and Betty at the meeting on Thursday. And hopefully the player to be named later will make his appearance soon. And also, I trust that your fake house has a fake mortgage and fake utility bills. That would make life a lot easier. Anyway, we'll clear as KE8YUK 73. And let's go down and talk to our rubber chicken wrangler, alt trivia master extraordinaire. And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight, Alan? And what is your answer for main trivia? KI5DAY.
KI5DAY, and as always, I say that's a loaded question. When you ask me what do I have for the BeaconNet, well, what do I have is the chicken song. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. There you go. So, man, what else? I have an answer to the regular question. I'm going to go with C on that one. I haven't a clue, but it just sounds right from my, for the best of my record collection. I mean, the best of my recollection from what I can remember. It sounds like the right answer. Anyways, all is good. It's been an interesting night. I've had a lot of mixed drinks tonight. I've had cran mango juice, water, coffee with Italian creamer, and I think that's it. So, yeah, a lot of adult beverages passed around over here tonight. All is good in the hood, and, yes, Frosted Flakes are great. So I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I've had a fun weekend. It's been a lot of fun. It's almost over, unfortunately, but I got a lot of vegetating to do tonight, so I'm going to kick back and relax afterwards and watch a little YouTube and some TV and give Larry some Funyuns and Dad's root beer. Yeah, he loves that. He gets excited. So that's all I got. KI5DAY. Back to Ned.
All right, Alan, very good. And good to hear Larry there. And, yeah, you know, it's hard turning down Funyuns. They are so good. And I just don't ever want to read the ingredients on the bag. That might make me sad. Anyway, good to hear you tonight. Good to hear Larry. And we'll be back to you in a little bit for the alt trivia answer. But that brings us to the end of our net control team here. And before we read the trivia answers, let's go down and see if there are any more check-ins tonight for the BeaconNet. I am KE8VZA on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, looking for check-ins. Please call now. All right, listening to the sounds of silence there. Anyway, hearing nothing, let's go up and I will read the main trivia answer. Let me take a break for time. I'll be right back. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia answer. So what year was the first ARRL field day in the U.S.? Was it 1923? Was it 1933? Could it be 1940, or was it 1947? It was Bravo, 1933. The first ever ARRL field day was held on June 22nd through 23rd, 1933. And this annual event was established by the ARRL to encourage emergency preparedness and to promote outdoor portable operations amongst amateur radio operators. During field day, participants set up temporary stations in various locations, as you all know, and simulate emergency conditions to practice their communicating skills and test their equipment. This tradition has become a cornerstone of the amateur radio community, fostering camaraderie, technical proficiency, and public service. It remains one of the most anticipated and widely participated events in amateur radio, highlighting the importance of readiness and community engagement. So there you have it in a nutshell. So Bravo, 1933. May take a break for time. KE8BZA returning. Bravo 1933 was the answer for main trivia. Let's go down to Alan, KI5DAY. Tell us about the answer for the alt trivia, Alan.
KI5DAY, yeah. The alt trivia question was, when David slew Goliath, it is said that he used a sling. What was the type of sling that David used? Well, I gave three options. A was shepherd sling, B was Balearic sling, C was staff sling, and D was Cornwaldo bean flip. Although the Cornwaldo bean was capable of shooting 7-pound rocks up to 100 yards, that is not the correct answer. It wasn't invented yet. The staff sling, C, that was something that was a more advanced version of a shepherd sling. And it was had a lot more further range and power, I guess, overall, from what I understand. And then there was the Balearic sling. That was actually used off the coast of Spain by the Balearic people. So that was not it. It was actually a shepherd sling. I was hoping that it would seem too easy to pick shepherd sling and everybody would go for something else. But the most of people picked the A, so most people got it right. But anyways, it's a lot of fun to participate, and everybody gets a free corn muffin. Hi. KI5DAY, back to Nick.
All right, Alan, very good. Answer was Alpha Shepherd Sling. That happened to be the answer I chose. Yay! Anyway, corn muffin. Yeah, pass the butter. I'm all for it. So thanks, Alan, for the alt trivia question and answer tonight. And so main trivia was Bravo, 1933, and alt trivia was Alpha Shepherd Sling. So let's see if there are any other check-ins out there. We'll make this the last call for the Beacon Net. If you'd like to get on the log tonight, I am KE8BZA, and I'm listening. All right, KE8BZA returning, hearing nothing. Let's go ahead and call it a net. This is the Beacon Net, the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. Again, we meet here every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m., pre-checks at 9:30. Always a good time. And it's good to hear everyone tonight. Thanks for checking in. And at this point, I'm going to say 7-3 to everyone and return the repeater to normal and open amateur use. KE8BZA, and I am clear.
Bravo, Eric. Bravo. Excellent job, I must say. KI5DAY.
Yeah, I have to say, you did a nice job. I think they need to triple your pay. This is ABNMO.
Well, thank you, Andy. Thank you, Alan. I'm going to reward myself with a Rothschild, and hopefully no one will bother me while I'm eating it later. And but thank you, appreciate that. And definitely, I know Ray said the guy on the keyboard needs to get pay increase, so maybe I can get it two different ways there. But anyway, thank you, gentlemen, and have a good evening. KE8BZA.
W8WKY.
Any station, this is November 5, Delta Zulu Tango, ready to take. This is November 5, Delta Charlie Tango. Anybody out there that's giving me a radio check?
DE3 Victor Romeo X-ray, Dave in Toronto. I'm going to ask the same in return. I can hear you just fine, and I just finished programming, just doing some programming on here. Can you hear me okay?
Roger, you are readable. And again, I might not be the best arbiter to tell you how well you're coming in because I've just finished rewiring this hand mic. But you're saying that I'm coming in okay?
Yeah, affirmative. Dave here in Toronto, DE3 Victor Romeo X-ray. You are quite readable, sir. Quite readable.
Roger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn on my other radio, and I'll give you a call back to see if I can get a different audio bolt from your station. This is November 5, Delta Charlie Tango, November 5, Delta Charlie Tango. Last station I was talking to, you can come back now.
W8WKY. Yeah, Dave,
Victor Romeo X-ray in Toronto. Come again. I think you have a bit of static this time, but try again.
Roger. This is N5DJT.
Okay, N5DJT. Very good. You were much better that time. Much better.
Roger, can you come back with your call again? I have my pen now.
It's Victor Echo 3 Victor Romeo X-ray VE3VRX.
Roger, understood. VE3VRX. So I'm going to go ahead and actually power up my main radio, my FT991A, and see how I could get you there. Victor Echo 3 Victor Romeo X-ray. This is November 5 Delta Chili Tango.
Yeah, November 5 station, ending in Tango. I missed the other two letters.
Kilo Echo 3 Victor Romeo X-ray. This is November 5 Delta Chili Tango.
Yes, sir. November 5 Delta Juliet Tango. Right ahead. November 5 Delta Juliet Tango VE3VRX. Did you copy my last transmission over?
Roger, I copied this one, didn't copy the last. I'm going to switch out another radio. If you don't mind, stand by Victor Echo 3 Victor X Romeo X-ray.
No problem. We'll do another round of radio check. Hi.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Romeo X-ray. This is November 5, Delta Juliet Tango.
Okay, N5 DJ.
Hey, KSFK, whoever is coming through on the ham on Echolink, you have a lot of noise. I don't know. You're running RF into the ham connection, KSFQV.
Is that the N5 station or the VE3 station, VE3 VRX? Which one's given static?
Bye.
Sorry, station again. Which one has the noise? The N5 station or the VE3 station myself here in Toronto?
This is November 5, Delta Juliet Tango. I'm making some final adjustments. I'll be right back to you.
Station. This is Kilo Alpha 8 Lima Yankee Juliet. You start out crystal clear, and after a few words, everything just disappears in an explosion of crackly noise, and your audio is lost completely in that. I'm not sure quite what's going on there, but yeah, that's what Mark was talking about.
Is that from this radio or the N5 station?
Roger, that's from you. What you just said was crystal clear, but if you'd have kept going a few seconds longer, history says you would have exploded in a crackle of noise.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Romeo X-ray. This is November 5, Delta Juliet Tango.
W8WKY.
Okay, N5 Delta Juliet Tango. Go right ahead. Tell me how I'm sounding. There's another station there that's saying one of us is not sounding that well.
Roger, I re-verified it with another radio. You do have a little bit of static towards the end, but I do have a question. Do you have access to a node? Over.
No, I don't. I think what's happening is there's an air conditioner running about 10 feet away from me, and I might be getting some, it's probably splashing over into my signal.
Yeah, Roger. I went ahead and grabbed 3 different radios, and I was getting the same thing towards the end of your transmission. The beginning of the transmission is good. towards the end, then it starts picking up that little bit static, but you're still readable.
Good luck with your radios. I'm trying to hang it up here for the night anyways. I'm just trying to read some news and head off to bed because there's a 4-letter word thing called work in the morning.
Roger. 7-3 to you. Victor, Echo 3, Victor, I'm sorry, I keep on getting that call sign mixed up. Anywho, 7-3 to you. This is November 5, Delta Juliet Tango, clear, and your final.
Yeah, KSFQ, the station that said 73, yeah, you're still were breaking up a lot. And the audio's good there, a good audio, but it's breaking up. It almost sounds like, I don't know, it doesn't sound like you're too far away from it, but it could possibly be. KSFQV.
Last station, this is November 5, Delta Juliet Tango. Stop movement from inside the house to the outside of the house. How you count me down? This is November 5, Delta Juliet Tango.
Oh, November 5 Tango, you're really good now, KSFQV.
Roger, I was traveling from inside the house to outside the house. There's a few electronics there. Over.
All right. Well, at least we know where it's at now, so, all right, KSFQV.
All right, KSFQV. I appreciate the return. This is November 5, Delta Juliet Tango 7-3, and good night. K7QV. This is November 5, Delta Julie Tango. Any station, this is November 5, Delta Julie Tango.
W8WKY. W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY.